Hey guys, so in American history, we started talking about like World War II. Yeah. Or, I don't know where we left off, I wasn't there, sorry. I'm kind of in Florida right now. Yeah, fun. Well, yeah. Well, back to World War II, because World War didn't do much. There were like 4 totalitarian leaders. There were Hitler, Mussolini, Stalin, that weird Japanese dude, Toho, something. Yeah. But, yeah, Hitler was a socialist. Mussolini was a fascist. Stalin was a communist. And Japanese dude was a militarist. Yeah. Well, anyway, they were all, like, super crazy. Okay, like, Hitler became a chancellor of Germany, but he wasn't even German. He was Austrian or something. He only became a citizen after World War I. Why? Like, for real, why would you have somebody lead your entire country if they're not even part of that country? Does that make any sense? Who names their kid Hitler? Obviously, he's gonna hit somebody. And Adolf is like, you want him to be an adult? What's going on there? Like, what? That makes no sense. Why would you do that? But, okay. What was it? Okay, so like Hitler, Mussolini, and that Japanese dude, they were all like friends or something. And like, I guess they were like allies. And even though like their economies were like really similar to Stalin's, they hated him. Why? You're stupid. Why would you do something like that? And then on top of that, they didn't really make him do it, but like they signed a non-aggression pact with Hitler, so then he wouldn't attack them while they're all in the middle of a war. So pretty much all the totalitarian countries, they were all allies, but then Stalin's like, you know what, we kind of have to stop this. We're having a little issues over in Russia. Well, sorry. Soviet Union. At this time, it's the Soviet Union. Don't forget that, because I guess they get really mad about that. Haven't met a Russian, but I think they might. Say, hey, yo, Soviet Union, what's up? You're like, don't. That's not me. But yeah. But, yeah, anyway. How the whole war pretty much started was because of some dude named Churchill, which was, like, over flipping England. And he was, like, I guess kind of in charge of the country thing that's like similar to the United Nations. I don't remember what it's called. But like, he kept saying, no, we can give him that place. And you know what? He can just have Rhineland. It's okay. Hello, that's called like appeasement. And first of all, why would you be doing that if you already made him sign a thing that says he can't do that? Duh. And then he just kept on giving it to him. Like he deserves it or something. And not only that, but like he just, I don't know, it makes me mad. Like, why would you do that? Why would you keep on doing that? Like, that makes no sense at all. To like continue to keep giving and giving and giving just to avoid a war. Obviously there's gonna be a war if he's already trying to conquer more and more places. Hello, common sense. And then, okay, and if that makes absolutely no sense to you, it's like a little kid going up to their mom in like the middle of a store and saying, "Mommy, I want chocolate. Can you buy me chocolate? I want chocolate right now. You have to buy me chocolate." Dude, your mama's gonna buy you chocolate. Just calm down. Or, like, my sister, when she's always talking about Jimmy John's, and she comes in, and she's always like, "Mom, I want Jimmy John's. Mom, please give me Jimmy John's. I need Jimmy John's right now. Please, Mama, I need Jimmy John's. I need Jimmy John's." So here's my sister to help us understand the concept of this appeasement thing.
Hi, Krista.
Hi, Kaylin. So about how many times a week do you ask Mom for Jimmy John's?
Probably like 7.
Oh, yeah. So about how many times of that week does she say yeah?
Probably like 2 or 3.
See, this is what we call appeasement. When you do something, or you give in, really, to avoid conflict. In this case, the conflict would be her annoying whines by the constant request of Jimmy John's.
Yep. I love Jimmy John's.
I think we all know that. Anyway, back to, like, Hitler and their alliance thing. Okay, so, obviously, like I explained earlier, he broke the rules, but, like, he broke the rules of the Treaty of Versailles from World War I.
So all this time Hitler was starting all of this, he started to get a majority of people in Germany to hate the Jews. There's a weird term for this. Do you know it?
As a matter of fact, I do. It was / is anti-Semitism.
So all this time Hitler was starting all of this, he started to get a majority of people in Germany to hate the Jews. There's a weird term for this. Do you know it?
As a matter of fact, I do. It was / is anti-Semitism. Which means, obviously, the hatred of the Jews. Which was actually the beginning of the Holocaust.
Holocaust?
Yeah, the Holocaust. They used the Jews as, like, a scapegoat, which is also, like, a blame person, like you do to me all the time, for all of Germany's failures, like their Great Depression that they had at the same time as we did.
In my class, we learned that they actually made a law that took away Jews' rights, and they even had to wear the yellow David star for identification.
What you're talking about is the Nuremberg laws. But after these laws were put into place, the Nazis started putting Jews into ghettos.
Ghettos?
Yes, Kaylin, ghettos. And they were actually there for a few days, and some were lucky enough to stay for a few weeks, or even last the entire war there. But after being there, they were transferred into a concentration camp.
Oh, I know about those. They were predominantly in Poland, and they made the Jews, Gypsies, Blacks, Jehovah's Witnesses, Freemasons, and disabled. They would even beat them for not doing something right, and they would even kill children.
All of this is true. Studies show that about 1.5 million children were killed during the Holocaust, and the Nazis actually killed a total of 12 million people, and only a little bit over 6 million were actually Jews.
How sick can they be?
Oh, it gets better. Because after a year of war, Japan decided to attack Pearl Harbor, and Germany sunk a U.S. destroyer named Reuben James.
This is absolutely insane. So is this how America got involved in the war?
Yes. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Franklin D. Roosevelt had decided enough was enough and declared war on Japan on December 8th, 1941. Then, out of nowhere, Germany declared war on America on December 11th, 1941. And
they're stupid. Why would you kill the dog? Like, what's the point of that?
I have no idea. But they were married for not even 24 hours. That must have been the worst honeymoon if they killed themselves.
Anyway, when America joined, they allowed everyone 18 and up to fight, including women and minorities, including black people.
We were desperate. Then America and the Soviets charged east and took Germany by force and liberated a majority of the concentration camps. Then Hitler, on April 29th, decided, hey, I'm going to marry you. He was marrying his mistress, Miss Eva Braun. Yes, we did, didn't we? Well, by this time, FDR had died and President Truman was in charge. And in Japan, some guy named Hirohito came to power and continued to fight America using the kamikaze.
Kamikaze.
What? Kamikaze. I just said that.
Weren't those suicide planes?
Yes. Yes, they were.
They're really stupid. Why would you commit suicide for your country?
Not sure, exactly. But they must have really liked, or at least loved, their country. Instead of risking American lives, we were just gonna bomb the crap out of them until they said, hey, yo, we're done. Stop bombing us, please. My people are dead.
Oh, I heard about that. Weren't the bombs called Fat Man and Little Boy? And they hit Hiroshima, which was a military center, and Nagasaki, which turned out to be nothing more than a city. This was the official end of World War II.
And the Nuremberg trials went on and convicted Nazis and a lot of other people. But they didn't even try Japan people, which was actually weird, but oh well, I guess. Like, okay.
They were different trials for 3 different subjects, like war crimes, crimes against peace, and crimes against humanity. Well, Krista, I'm gonna go order Jimmy John's because I'm really hungry.
Well, thanks for all your help.
You're welcome.
Well, now that she's gone, we can actually learn something. In 1942, DJs weren't allowed to air any requests from listeners because the government was scared that enemy spies might embed a secret code when they request a certain. He was named Man of the Year in 1938 by Times Magazine, probably because of his extraordinary public speaking skills, which I think is actually what got him to be the chancellor thing, or at least the leader of Germany. But here's a couple of clips of people on their take of the war. Enjoy.
I wanna sell where you got it, I'm the hottest around. They'll know it when they see you rolling them polars around it.
Private citizens can now own guns. Now, why did he do that?
So he can take over. There, he had the Nazis.
There's no threat of revolt. So when the politicians wave a kid in front of the camera and say, one more kid dies, we can't tolerate this, ask yourself, are they being genuine? Or is there another reason?
Right. I feel like oh, it's going. Oh, okay. So, what is your take on World War II?
I can take it from 2 standpoints.
Talk about it.
The standpoint of an American is that it was pretty catastrophic and we ended up going in and saving Europe. From the European standpoint, they said, okay. The Europeans say that it was so catastrophic, Hitler shouldn't have been killed outside, and Americans were pretty lazy during war since they came in very late, only to help us.
Previous classes, how do you feel that the war survived?
It was pretty catastrophic.
Would you stop using that word? I don't know what that word means.
Do you know what artillery is?
Yeah, like armor, like guns and stuff.
That means stuff. Then it was just me.
You didn't know what artillery was?
She didn't know how to spell pretty till like 2 months ago.
Okay, can we?